It's going to be an electric night in Fisher's Event Center. A winter storm outside not keeping the fans away for the home opener for the Indy Ignite. It's a rematch of last year's semifinal, taking on the Omaha Supernovas, the only match in Major League Volleyball tonight, and it deserves all of your attention for this big matchup. Welcome inside Fisher's Event Center. Glad you're with us. Here with Emily Eamon. I'm Anthony Mazzini. We'll bring in Haley Jordan shortly as well. Emily, I know it's still early in the season, but two teams going in totally different directions. A perfect start for Indy. Omaha, they've lost 3 in a row. They're not used to this.
Omaha's never been in this position in franchise history, dropping 3 matches in a row. They're still trying to find the right lineup and combination of players that maximizes their potential. Indy, on the other hand, 3-0, all wins on the road, and they play the most aggressive, physical style that we see in the MLV.
Lecator member Mena was hurt for a large chunk of last season, but she picked up right where she left off when she was healthy a season ago.
What's so impressive about Lecator member Mena is she's not even 100%, and she's still putting up 20-plus kill matches this year. She's an undersized outside, but jumps through the gym and has one of the most powerful arm swings that you'll see. Throughout the match, watch member Mena to become Indy's go-to attacker, especially in those big moments.
Now, Sydney Hilly was setting up some of these Indy outsides last season. This year, Emily, she's on the other side with Omaha.
Yeah, it was a super warm welcome as Sydney Hilly entered the building, and she set the league single-season assist record with the Ignite last year. This year, though, Omaha's offense is still trying to find its rhythm. Despite Hilly being one of the best setters in the league, the key tonight is getting her attackers really good sets when the ball is in system to find more production and make sure that offense is in rhythm early on.
Now, she leads MLV in assists per set again this season. We mentioned it as a rematch of last year's postseason, but for 2 new head coaches, Haley, this is a lot of new for them as well, despite the familiarity between the two teams.
Although this is not an unfamiliar matchup for many of these players, this is completely new territory for first-year head coaches Lucas LaBey and Lauren Bertolacci. In fact, today was the first time that Bertolacci ever set foot in Fisher's Event Center. She said, "It's awesome, it's loud, and of course, it's amazing when your own team can bring that energy." The team arrived back in Indy at 2:30 p.m. yesterday, and during serve and pass today, it was like they weren't even tired. They were loud, they were joyful, they even playfully tackled Blake Muller to the ground when she had this amazing dig. But Bertolacci said that wasn't always the case. She had to remind her team in preseason, play with personality because you're better when you do. Certainly, there's going to be a lot of energy from the Ignite in their home opener.
Certainly feel it in this building. Thank you, Haley. That winter storm outside that's impacting a large part of the country has not kept these fans away. There's Lucas LaBey, the first-year head coach for Omaha, trying to work through some of those tumultuous times that we talked about. The first time in franchise history losing 3 consecutive matches. They haven't been below 500 since February of 2024. We're underway in Fisher's Event Center, and immediately a kill for Omaha. They're going to Reagan Cooper, who gets the start today, Emily. This is a really accomplished player, but she hasn't played very much this season with Omaha yet.
Yeah, the Supernovas have done a good job staying in system so far this year, and they had normally gone with Sarah Parsons, but this is the first time Reagan Cooper's in the starting lineup. LaBey loves what he's been seeing from his player in practice, and now just trying to get some new offensive rhythm.
Well, Cooper was the Rookie of the Year back in 2024, 3.5 kills per set last year. You mentioned Sarah Parsons. She kind of took over on that opposite and outside hitter position for Omaha coming into this year, and it relegated Cooper down a couple of spots on the depth chart, but getting the start today. Service error to tie it at 1. Londot. There's member Mena for her first kill.
Lecator member Mena is so much fun to watch because she's not a physically imposing outside. She stands at 5'8", but she can pretty much touch the ceiling every time she jumps, and she has a hammer for an arm.
We were talking about that during serve and pass earlier, Emily. It's always impressive to watch those undersized outsides and their big-time leaping ability still succeed.
Well, when you look at Indy's lineup as a whole, it's not a physically imposing roster. Aside from the middles, everyone's pretty undersized. Ajani Teeler, number 19 on the right side for Indy. She's only 5'9". Anna DeBeer is 5'11", so not physical pins, but they get it done with power.
Nice push shot to the middle there for Emily Londot, coming off a double-double last game in a loss at home against Columbus. 13 kills, 13 digs for Londot. She's back on serve now. That's out of the reach of the back row, and Teeler gets her first kill today.
Now, Omaha and Indy are two teams that play different styles of ball. Omaha wants to keep the ball in system, great ball control. Here's a good example of what Indy wants. They want to use power and side out really quick.
Just out of the range of Nunnerviller there, and if it's out of her range, you know you put it in a pretty good spot. Block touch and a kill once again for Cooper.
And already Reagan Cooper establishing herself as a big offensive threat on the left side. Now that she's rotated to the back row, expect her to get set back there as well.
It's a very good Omaha defense, and part of the reason why Cooper was relegated is because Sarah Parsons was providing them so much defense. But lately they've needed a little bit more offense, especially in some crucial times, and hence Cooper getting the start today. Miscommunication there in that back row. Anna DeBeer was going for it and then put the hands down and clanked off her head.
Yeah, just shaking that one off.
Maybe some home opener jitters. Middle set. And a good one there for Lydia Martin.
Lydia Martin has been so impressive for the Indy Ignite. She was with the team last year, got better as the season went on, and her offense is phenomenal. She has the ability to hit any shot in the court.
It's one of the areas that Indy wants to try to exploit today, Emily. The middles, it's a very youthful, inexperienced middle group for Omaha. Expect to see a lot of sets to the Indy middles today.
Yeah, on Omaha's side, they really love to go to the pin attackers, especially the left. So in this case, Nunnerviller and Reagan Cooper. But they don't get a lot of sets through the middle. Indy wants to make sure that is not the case again tonight and shut them down.
Kiera Reinhardt, the other middle that's been playing a bit more lately for Omaha. A nice up from Londot there, denying Teeler. Member Mena picks her spot.
Member Mena, again, using power to get it done on the outside for Indy. Really great pickup from the back row. Teeler in a good spot and a good transition play done with power.
Had 184 kills last year before that season-ending injury with Indy. Played for Atlanta in 2024 in the league's first season. And off a block touch and down. A nice reach there. And for the kill for Omaha. That's Nunnerviller, her first.
Omaha right now sending a lot of balls outside. They need to establish the middle as a threat to open up the outside later on for them.
Nunnerviller once again has been a stud for Omaha. Nearly 4.3 kills per set, more than 3 digs per set. She's been fantastic for the Supernovas. Another service error there. That's another thing to watch in this match, Emily. Both teams really want to serve aggressively.
Yeah, you have to serve aggressive against Indy to take away some of that speed and the power. And then for Omaha, they're just such a good ball control team. Indy wants to try to serve them really tough in the seams.
That's a little wide for DeBeer. Good to see DeBeer back in the lineup today for Indy. She's been nursing a bit of an injury, getting the start today. Misses her first one. A tight set and a joust, one in the middle. That's Reinhardt. We just mentioned her a moment ago, the rookie out of Creighton.
And because Mia Tuning, number 91 right there for Indy, the setter, is undersized, the passers for the Ignite need to keep that ball off the net.
8-6 Supernovas, early set one. Not going to stop that one. Ajani Teeler, her second.
Indy's setting out at a really high percentage right now. They're passing incredibly well, and that gives the setter all options on attack. So Omaha's block, there's holes all over the place.
Teeler, one of a couple of Ignite players honored on the MLV preseason team entering the year. All-league first team last year. An excellent serve from Tuaniga, and a bit of a gritty afterwards to celebrate.
Mia Tuning is one of the most fun players to watch because not only does she fling the ball around offensively when she's setting, but right here, she has a really tough topspin serve.
A setter battle is one to watch this year for Indy. Coach Bertolacci told us it's still not set in stone whether it'll be Mia Tuaniga for the rest of the year or whether if Anise Havili will start to earn a little bit more time. Havili started last match and had a great match, 31 assists in the win against Orlando down in Florida, but that position is still undetermined at this point. Teeler with a good up. And she sets her feet for the kill.
Ajani Teeler is playing phenomenal defense right now for Indy. She is all over the court. Sometimes that's really difficult when, especially as an opposite, your job is to go up and be a power attacker. But what Teeler does is she plays defense everywhere so well, too.
Cooper tries to hit that sharp angle and misses just a bit. Indy's tied it at 9.
And that all started from the service line. Anna DeBeer putting in a bullet from the end line.
DeBeer has 3 aces on the season. Almost had another one there. Ping pongs around. Another try for Cooper. Remember Mena for that one. Nice up in the back row from Nuneviller. And she gets the kill. Back row attack for Brooke Nuneviller.
That play was won by great defense on Omaha's side multiple times during that rally. It was impressive up after impressive up. That time Nuneviller gets the dig, then the kill to finish it.
And that's that attrition that Lauren Bertolacci was talking about. Omaha is a great defensive team. They just want to keep digging balls, keep getting block touches, wear you down as an offense, and then strike when they get their chance.
Yeah, Omaha wants to extend rallies as long as possible because they're so good at digging balls. Indy, on the other hand, they want to do what they just did. Side out really fast and score as quick as possible.
Well done by Cooper. Found a spot middle of the back row. Get a sense, Emily, that she missed being on the court a little bit. She's trying to make a statement early today.
Yeah, I think Reagan Cooper spent, their first 5 matches on the bench, and this is a player that is not used to ever playing on the bench. She was a starter for Omaha the last 2 seasons, Rookie of the Year in 2024, and now earned her way back into the starting lineup with really good practices.
3 kills on 6 swings so far for the Kansas Jayhawk product, Reagan Cooper. Nuneviller powers it right down through the block.
It is all outsides right now for the Supernovas. Indy has to do a better job of setting up these blocks, not allowing them to go right off of it and out of bounds.
Which is what we expected for this Omaha team. Really no surprise that they run a lot through their pins. Nuneviller has been so good every year she's been in the league, carrying a heavy load again this year. Teeler has another kill there for Indy.
And Taylor's so good at just finding open shots on the court. Sometimes that means she's taking a little bit of speed off, but it's that really good vision that she's using to her advantage.
Nice up from DeBeer. Tracked down by Elena Scott, the libero. Punched up by Scott, but it's out.
Now, Omaha's getting a little bit tricky in the way that they're running this outside attack because they've been so left side dominant. This time they brought Nuneviller in more toward the middle to try to confuse the blockers. Encouraging,
though, for Omaha that they have finished some rallies when they're in system. That's been a big problem for this Omaha squad this year. Talking to Lucas Slabe during serve and pass today. Being more terminal when in system. There's another one there for Londot. So some encouraging signs for a team that has been scuffling.
Yeah, normally when you see a team not being very terminal in system, a lot of that is just from setter-hitter connections. So Sydney Hilly, new to the team this year, hasn't gotten a lot of time with her attackers. You can expect them to continue to kill more balls in system as the season goes on.
Look at that reach. Johnny Teeler just brought that with her.
Teeler is so impressive. She's only 5'9", but she touches 10-7, so she can sky up there. Feels like her hang time is like 5 minutes from the time that she touches the ball.
Yeah, between her and member Mena, they're not the most tall and physically opposing outsides, but they can sure jump and hang with the best of them. Falling away, DeBeer gets a kill.
And Indy right now is doing a really nice job forcing over passes, finding ways to knock Omaha out of system, which is really difficult to do with how good of a passing team that the Supernovas are.
That's a big swing. Nuneviller right back to work. What more can you say about Brooke Nuneviller? Just a bulldog for this Omaha team. They're trying to find some support for her because she is carrying a huge load, but you got to keep going to her the way she continues to play. Down the line, and a misfire there for Teeler. And that brings us to our first break of the night. Omaha showing some early signs of improvement. A team that's lost 3 matches in a row, up 16-14 against Indy in the Ignite's home opener. (16-14) Omaha in front of Indy. We'll send it down to Haley Jordan.
Co-owner and general manager John Cook joined the Supernovas staff in August of 2025 after 20 seasons and 4 NCAA titles with Nebraska. Currently, he's helping with team operations, including player signings. Slabay says it helps recruiting when you get a "we want you" phone call from John Cook, and that's exactly the phone call that Sydney Hilly received. Wherever he goes, he draws attention due to Nebraska accolades. Slabay said John draws. He's coached Mara Beeson, Layla Blackwell on the current roster, and of course has a great relationship with setter Hilly. He surely sparks Nebraska alum to consider Omaha.
Thank you, Haley. I'm sure a lot of Cornhuskers throughout the years were excited when their phone lit up from a phone call or text message from John Cook, and now the Supernovas players feeling the same way with Cook in a ownership and general manager type role.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely tough to say no when John Cook comes calling.
Anna DeBeer just had a kill a moment ago for Indy. Tries for another, but that's a great up from the libero, Morgan Hentz, for Omaha, who is approaching a big-time milestone, both personally and within Major League Volleyball. Block touch falls out. Member Mena gets another kill.
Indy doing a really nice job scoring on the right side of the court. Whoever's making that swing, whether it's in system, out of system, this time Teeler puts it down right off the hands.
Teeler, my apologies, not Member Mena. They've both been great so far for Indy. Middle attack, a very quick one. And Reinhardt gets a kill.
Yeah, one of the first middle attacks that we've seen on Omaha's side. Really important for them to continue to establish that as a threat.
Been a lot through Nunaviller, which is Omaha's strength. She already has 6 kills. She averages 4 per set. Already 6 in the early going. That was one of the first for Reinhardt today. Nice tap shot there from Member Mena.
A little bit off in the timing right there, but Jabir is able to slow down her approach a little bit inside and tip it over.
Been a well-balanced attack for Indy. DeBeer, Member Mena. Teeler all getting involved. Saw Martin a little while ago. Nice dig in the back. Nunaviller keeps it alive for Omaha. And it results in a kill for Cooper.
And it's just a back and forth battle right now between the pins for both Indy and Omaha. This time Reagan Cooper back up in the front court. Expect her to get a lot of sets toward the end of this one.
Supernovas by 1. Reinhardt serving. She started last match as well. So a couple of starts in a row now for the rookie out of Creighton, 8th pick in the Major League draft in the fall. Serves that out of bounds to tie it at 18.
And a key miss serve right there for Omaha, and that's what shot themselves in the foot the last few matches, is getting misses at inopportune times.
Coach Slabay talked about that they've been out-killing, out-hitting, more efficient, out-digging, but it's been critical errors at critical times. The momentum shifts. Member Mena right down the line there for the Ignite lead.
And speaking of momentum here, Indy's crowd is phenomenal here in the Fishers Event Center. So late in sets, expect them to continue to get louder and louder. Omaha does not want to let the Ignite have any momentum here.
Hilly couldn't handle it. Most wouldn't with that power from Member Mena. How about that up from Nunaviller? Londot taps it down.
Omaha having the advantage here just in terms of height up at the net. They're a pretty physical team up there, but now Londot rotates to the back row, and it's a setter up front for Omaha.
Wow. Remember, Mena's feeling it right now. A couple of big swings.
Indy is so difficult to stop when they're in system. Watch how fast this set is going outside. It's barely above the antenna. That doesn't allow the middle blocker to get out in time. And one-on-one, that's advantage, remember, Mena.
And a nice call in that back row there. Hentz lets it fly. And a serving error for Indy. So now Cooper and the Supernovas will try to take advantage. Off the block for Teeler. Londot there. On the slide, down the line on a banjo, cannot capitalize on a great dig from Scott. Martin and Nunaviller got tied up there, and it ends up falling the Supernovas' way. And a 1-point lead for Omaha.
One of the keys coming into this match from Coach Slabay was to slow down the game when it's chaotic. And it was completely chaotic on Omaha's side, but they still found a way to score and get the ball over.
Another service error there for Omaha, giving it back to Indy.
And really important here in the red zone from point 20 on to play as clean as possible. Yes, you want to stay aggressive, but for Omaha, they know that they need to extend rallies, and that means getting the ball in play.
That's the Supernovas' fourth error, and Indy counters with their third.
And on Indy's side, talked a lot to Lauren Bertolacci, the head coach for Indy, about she's completely okay with errors. They want to play as aggressive as possible because of how good of a ball control team the Supernovas are.
Brooke Mosier has just come in to serve here, took out on a banjo. Right on that end line. Teeler with the kill.
What a shot from Ajani Teeler. This one sneaking it in right on the end.
Well, Mosier quickly out on a banjo as well out. Quick sub there, Mosier coming in for that serve, and now back to Indy. Tied at 22 as we inch closer to the end of set one.
The shorter setter up front for Indy right now.
Scott has to set it, Teeler taps it, and Indy leads by one.
It's a hang time again for Ajani Teeler that gets it done. That ball was set like it was a front court set, and watch Ajani Teeler on the right side of your screen fly to this one to get the ball over.
She is having quite the first set here for Indy. The league first team selection last year. She leads the team in kills per set again this season, and already with 7, Emily, in set one.
Yeah, and that's a number that you rarely see in this game, but Ajani Teeler consistently puts up those kind of numbers. She is so dominant on the right side of the court. It's been impressive to watch her game evolve as well over the last few seasons as she's become a really established professional volleyball player.
Out of Grand Prairie, Texas, played collegiately at Kentucky. She was a national champion with the Wildcats, two-time two-time All-American. Started her career with Orlando, last year with Indy, despite coming up a little bit short in the postseason, wanting to run it back again with the Ignite this year, and off to the 3-0 start as a team, and her fingerprints have been all over it. Coming out of an Omaha timeout. Go to Nunaviller. He couldn't place it any better than that.
That's a massive side out for Omaha just to get momentum back, tie it up, and now you also have your third offensive option back in the front court with Emily Londot.
Going to DeBeer. A lunging effort from Nunaviller, all for naught there. Indy has it at set point. Now this Indy crowd has waited a long time for the home opener. And they're hoping for a first set win to get this one started tonight.
And just an awesome atmosphere anytime that Indy's playing in their home arena, especially with the snowstorm outside. There's still thousands of fans cheering them on. And for a team that's waited about 270 days to be back in this gym and the fans cheer them on, so cool to have this kind of environment for a team like this. It's just in its second year in the MLV.
And last year, went all the way to the championship game. They took down Omaha in that semifinal. So a rematch from last year's postseason. Indy just beat Orlando, the team they lost to in the championship last year. So playing two of the top teams in back-to-back matches on the Thursday-Saturday swing. And hoping to take the first set against Omaha tonight. Straight up from Cooper. Nunaviller. Martin's there. To Beer. Set one goes to Indy.
Indy's offense looks unstoppable right now. They're hitting over 400 rather. The pins are doing such a good job of being terminal, and the defense has been really impressive. Everybody's getting a piece of it all around.
That's De Beer's fifth kill. She's one of three with at least 5 in the first set for Indy, showcasing that depth. And the Ignite takes set one, 25-23.
The roar of the crowd, the power in every swing, the grit of each play. There's no doubt we play with fire. Tickets are on sale now to see the Indy Ignite. Whether you're looking for a fun time with family or a great night out with friends, join the Fan Firestorm at Fisher's Event Center this season to watch Indy Ignite continue to make history as Indiana's first professional women's volleyball team. Get your tickets today at indyignitevb.com.
Novas Nation, the 2026 season is here. Join us Friday, January 30th at the CHI Health Center as your Omaha Supernovas take on the San Diego Mojo for National Girls and Women in Sports Night. Watch Team USA libero Morgan Hentz and local stars Barrett Beeson and Nora Sisk as Omaha and San Diego clash in an early season showdown. Bring the noise, pack the house, and help make CHI the toughest place to play in professional volleyball. Get your tickets at the CHI box office or supernovas.com.
You've got to get off the couch, off the phone, and join thousands of other screaming fans for a nail-biting, heart-pounding, in-person experience you have to see to believe. It's the NCAA D1 Women's Volleyball Championship. Sign up for pre-sale news and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Every match is a new opportunity. Every win brings you one step closer to becoming a champion. This is Major League Volleyball, where the sport's top stars take the court to compete for greatness. Keep watching.
Indy takes set one here against Omaha. This match tonight brought to you by Lilly, a medicine company. Now, Emily, kind of the story of the season all year so far for Omaha. They've had some sets, they've had some matches in their grasp, and then it falters down the stretch. What's been their biggest issue, their biggest Achilles heel to this point of the season?
Yeah, it's been errors at inopportune times on the Omaha side. You know, you look at offense comparatively to Indy, they're out hitting them 441 to 410, but it's just missed serves, it's errors in the red zone. They need to find ways to close those sets because they're playing teams up until that point. Now it's about finishing those last 5 or 6 points.
Lucas LeBay replaced Laura Crone after a couple of years at the helm of Omaha. Won a national championship as a player at BYU. He is an assistant for the U.S. men's national team. He'll certainly get this group figured out and turned around. They did so many things well in set one. But some of those errors, as you mentioned, Emily, down the stretch, and they faltered, falling 25-23, and Indy starts with a point to start set two.
And one of the biggest things for Indy right now is trying to find a way to get their middle attack going. They only had 4 sets of 34 attempts to the middle attackers. Hilly has to find those better early on.
Great up on that serve from Hentz. Blondot. Back set here for Teeler. Hits across court for the kill.
Johnny Teeler has been on absolute fire. That's her 8th kill of the match so far, and we're barely through a set. And what Teeler's doing really well is she's mixing up her shots. We've seen line shots, cross-court shots. Any chance that she can to hit something different, she is.
Now, Teeler's been in double figures in kills every match this year. Season high 19 against Dallas earlier in the season. That's a kill for Cooper, who's played very well in her career against Indy.
And Cooper's done a really good job tonight as well. She's hitting over 400, has been really terminal on the outside, just trying to get that passing a little bit better. Only 25% in system right now, which is about half as low as it should be.
Entering the match tonight, Cooper spanning 5 matches, 14 sets against Indy, 49 kills, 26 digs, an ace, a block. He's had the Ignite's number. The coverage there from Bodizat, and it leads to a kill. Once again, who else? Teeler.
I mean, it's just getting more and more powerful as this match has gone on. Teeler is finding angles that barely exist. Look at this slice on the left side of your screen where the blockers are set up and she's able to go right inside it, turning that thumb down.
Maybe an underappreciated part of that play, too, and you might appreciate this, Emily. I always love seeing the liberos just kind of crawl or maybe roll out of the way.
Like, get out as soon as possible because I'm about to get wrecked.
Scott with a little rear end scoot to get out of the way there. Can't keep that one in. And a point back to Omaha.
And you can just tell by watching this team, Indy plays with so much joy. They're having so much fun out on the court. A lot of big personalities out there. The head coach Bertolacci said is just so much fun to coach.
Goes back to what Haley told you at the start of the broadcast of playing with personality. She wants it to be a fun atmosphere inside Fisher's Event Center. She wants the team to embrace that and play with it on the court as well.
It's also easy to have fun when your team's doing really well. And starting off the season 3-0 on the road, offense firing, it's easy to kind of have that energy throughout.
I think that's the most impressive part. 3-0 is great, but doing it all on the road to start the year, a great start for the Ignite. Bodizat serves that one into the net. Scott back in. Cooper back to serve. DeBeer not happy with that first contact there. Remember, Mena almost helped her out. Right up from Cooper. And that's a miss swing there for Teeler. Really one of the first misfires we've seen from her tonight.
And that set just a little bit awkward, a bit of a trap set, meaning it's too close to the net. Block was just waiting on that one.
On a banjo sliding over. Going to the middle, that's Martin.
Indy is passing absolute nails right now. They're over 60% in system. For context, normally the goal is about 60%, and they're at 65. That allows all options on attack, and Omaha's defenders don't know where to go.
Hilly over to Nunnerviller. That's up from member Mena. And she ends up getting the kill. Been so impressed, Emily, with these outsides, the way they can receive, get a dig, and then still set their feet.
Yeah, it's so difficult to be that locked in defensively as an off blocker because you need to make sure you're playing defense, but then you got to get your butt back so you can get a full approach in, and every attacker right now for Indy is doing such a good job in transition when they're defending.
Float serve, Cooper has to bend down to get it. And well done on the block there. Hilly and Toyosi Banjo combined for that one.
And Omaha needs a lot more of that. Stuffs up front. Really good job for Banjo and Hilly working together, hands pressed next to each other to shut it down.
Omaha is not a very good blocking team. They are last in blocks per set, but they have a couple here so far in this second set. And Teeler leaves that a little bit short.
And Teeler's had a few back row kills, but the timing, it seems, the whole night has been just a little off. It doesn't seem like those kills have come from hard attacks, mostly off speeds or tips. That connection needs to be just a little bit better between setter and hitter.
Nunaviller powers that through the block.
Anytime Mia Tuninga right there, number 91 in white, is up front, expect Omaha to continue to target her. She's an undersized right side blocker, especially when she's matched up with Nunaviller. She's going to continue to go after the line like that.
And we talked about the lack of size for Indy. And she got tooled there. Tied it, 7-6, and now make it 8-6 Omaha. So they're finding their footing in the second set.
And Omaha doing a much better job trying to force Indy to go to those outsides and getting good touches.
Indy could use a run stopper here. Remember, Mena delivers.
Indy, though, is just completely overpowering Omaha in these in-system sets. Because the offense is so fast, there are holes all over the block for these attackers to rip.
Londot denied. DeBeer, that's off of Londot. And DeBeer has a kill. Now for Omaha, tied at 8 here in this second set. Morgan Hentz just got her 1,000th career dig. We'll send it down to Haley for a little bit more.
Upon entering the match, Hentz was 4 digs away from that 1,000 dig mark, but now she's the first player in Major League Volleyball to reach this milestone. Coach Labbe said that Hentz is a Ferrari, and sometimes she's even too fast, and he has to remind her, slow down a little bit. Currently, she's the anchor of this defense and second in the league in digs per set with just under 4.
This Omaha roster, thank you, Haley, is loaded. You talk about with Nunaviller, the outside hitter of the year last year, Hilly, who came over from Indy, the setter of the year, and then plucking Hentz from Atlanta, where she was the back-to-back libero of the year. So this is a loaded Omaha squad. They're just trying to put it together. Indy giving them a fight tonight.
Mia Tuninga getting the crowd fired up. She's one of the most fiery players that you see out there, and that's exactly who you want leading your team.
A teammate of Hentz last year in Atlanta. Now Reinhardt picks her spot down the line. More of what you want to see out of Omaha with those middles getting involved.
Yeah, and that's been an issue for Omaha so far this season, is finding the right combinations of middle to use. We talk about those players of the year last season with Hilly, Hentz, and Nunaviller. You expect Omaha to be a lot better and getting a lot more wins than they have. But it's been an issue in the middle of getting blocks and production that's really, that's why they've been lacking.
Nice up there from Elena Scott. And just a drop shot. Not the hardest you'll see of the night, but they'll take it. DeBeer with the kill.
And those are the plays on Omaha's side that they just absolutely cannot afford, especially giving Indy all that kind of momentum after a few key plays. This one has to get picked up.
Trickery from Anna DeBeer.
Incredibly well placed.
Cooper right through the block.
That time a really good pass from Cooper, which have kind of been few and far between on the Omaha side. Their pass just has not been up to par of what it has normally been. That was a good opportunity to run a fast and tempo offense.
It's her 7th kill. She's hitting north of 400. Bodizak gets a kill. Nice to see her back on the court as well for Indy as well. Only played in one of the first 3 matches of the year.
And Bodizak, a really physical player up front. She stands at 6'6". She's so good in front of the setter because she has the ability to go up and over blockers.
One-handed set, and it's into the net there for Tuaniga. She thought she had it.
Looked like the jersey just clipped the net a little bit on her way up.
That's an easier set there, and delivered by Bodazat.
And Bodazat getting fed in this rotation because the passers have been doing such a good job. Even though Omaha's serving tough, everyone on the back line right now for Indy is passing absolute dimes that keeps the middle involved in play.
A ninth-year pro has spent her entire career to this point overseas. First year in Major League Volleyball. Signed in August with Indy. Cooper just a little bit long.
And this is a point in the match where Omaha has to make sure they're limiting their errors, mostly on attack because they need to serve aggressive, but attack errors cannot happen when you're playing a team neck and neck at home.
Tight set for Cooper. Remember, Mena denied Hentz. So good at doing that. Big kill, Cooper. Taking out some frustration from the last couple.
Yeah, really big swing from Reagan Cooper on the outside. No libero in on Indy's side, so she slices this one back to the left side of the court, knowing it's the weakest defender back there.
It started with that great play from Hentz to keep it up. And by the way, the 1,000 career digs, which is now 1,000 plus, it includes postseason as well. Went to the postseason each of the first 2 years of her career with Atlanta. Regular season and postseason combined there for Hentz, who's had a great career so far. She's not getting that one. Lekator member Mena gets the kill.
I mean, it's one thing to be in the right spot to try to take these digs, and then it's another thing to control them. The power that member Mena brings, it's nearly impossible if it clips your arm to keep it in.
Londot. Scott lets it go, but it was the wrong decision. Emily Londot with a kill.
That one barely sneaking in the end line. Really flat swing from Londot, but finds a way to keep it in.
Not by much.
Not by much. But hey, there's no line judge. It's all technology. No challenge in that.
That's off the block, touch and out. Nunaviller couldn't keep it in. And Teeler tooled it. There's a look at one of those cameras that help with some of those close calls.
There are 22 of them in the MLV replay system. It's incredible the looks that we get on challenges and the looks they get for the end lines too.
It helps enhance your viewing back home as well.
And speeds up challenges, which is the greatest thing ever.
We were talking about that earlier. The quicker, the better.
Yeah.
No more of those 5-minute drawn-out reviews.
Oh, no, and that's one of the reasons why professional volleyball is so much fun to watch is because it's so fast-moving.
Next point brings us to a break, and it goes to Omaha. How about that, a block? Not usually one of the strengths for this Supernovas team, but Reinhardt sends us to a break with the denial. Omaha leads 16-15 at the break. This match tonight brought to you by Lilly, a medicine company. Back inside Fisher Event Center, Omaha leads set 2 by a point. Ajani Teeler, Emily, doing Teeler things. The only player tonight with 10 kills. She's having another fantastic match.
Yeah, and it's really all-around play. Ajani Teeler does so well at serving, blocking, attacking every area of the game. She is superb.
She's now been in double figures every single match this year for the Ignite. We're putting their unblemished record to the test against the always powerful Omaha. Team that's been to the postseason each of the first 2 years in the league existence. They won it back in 2024. Fell to Indy last year in the semifinals. And scuffling coming into this match today, but hoping to put that first set behind them. And these are the areas where they need to limit those self-inflicted wounds. Up 2 points getting late in the set, and now up 3 points after another block from Reinhardt.
Those are Reinhardt's first 2 blocks of the season so far, and really turning it on at a crucial time right now for Omaha. Finding ways to stop this outside attack.
Entering this second set, Emily, they only had 1 block. And I think they have 3 now in this second set. Onabanjo had 1, Reinhardt with a few.
And Omaha has not been necessarily known for their front court defense this year. The back court does a good job reading around them when you have a libero leading you like Morgan Hentz. But when you have a team like Indy is, who hit over 400 during set 1, there had to be some defensive adjustments. That starts up front. The middles had to do a better job for Omaha of locking in, getting out to the pins quickly against a really fast offense in the Ignite. Supernovas are doing a much better job of that, especially Kiara Reinhardt up front.
Lauren Bertolacci, the head coach for Indy, called the timeout there to try to stop this run. Martin denied by Cooper. Well played, Scott joust, and Tuaniga wins it. Challenging the middle there for Omaha.
Few of her teammates flexing near her. That's a big play up front. And this is what you want in a setter, the ability to go up and win that one-handed against 2. That is so impressive for Tuaniga.
I would be flexing too after a play like that. Reinhardt tries to get it back. Notice Zach got a piece of it and then gets the kill. So Indy is answered with back-to-back points.
Yeah, Omaha went on a nice 3-point run, and then it's Indy this time, a little bit of a run of their own that's trying to stop that Omaha momentum to come back late.
Lydia Martin on the serve for Indy. She is the reigning Major League Volleyball Player of the Week. Only the 4th middle ever in league history to win it. Had an 11 block match last week against Columbus to secure the honors. It's a Major League Volleyball record for a single match, 11 blocks for Martin. The whistle comes in, that's going Indy's way, and that ties it at 18.
One of the Omaha players just a little bit too aggressive up at the net. If any part of you touches that, it's a fault.
Didn't touch it very much.
No. That's a big break right there for the Ignite, tying up at 18.
Still plenty of time here for Omaha, but again, some of those similar issues starting to present themselves, Emily. End of set situations, crucial errors for the Supernovas.
Yeah, and this time it's just an undisciplined error getting that net touch at the end. This is where Omaha has to play as clean as possible, especially playing on the road in an environment like they have here in the Fishers Event Center. Omaha needs to play really clean and be disciplined up front.
A timeout here for Lucas Labe. One timeout remaining for each side. Nobody there for Indy. And Londot with the kill out of the timeout.
A bit of a misconnect on the right side, but Londot finds a way to better the ball. Gets on top of it and places it in a great spot where there's no Indy defender.
Another joust. 2 in a row for Tuaniga, winning the one-on-one battles.
When your setter wins a joust up front, especially if they're undersized like Tuaniga, that gives your team so much momentum and just injects fuel into them. Those are the plays that are critical here late in sets. Well, she's just so fun to watch.
She is.
Everything she does.
Now, 2 really good setters on this Indy roster. We were telling you earlier about how it's not a set-in-stone position yet, but Tuaniga with some really good impressions tonight to maybe put that battle to rest. At the end of the day, Coach Bertolacci told us that all of the 15 players just want to win. They all want to play, of course, but they all just want to win. Bodazat cannot keep that in. It's a kill for Cooper. Supernovas inch a little bit closer to the second set tying victory.
Here late in sets, expect Omaha to continue to really use their outsides. Right now, Reagan Cooper up front, but also Nunaviller in the back row.
There's certainly a point where you want to get the middles more involved, but at this point, to close out a set, keep it to your strengths. Teeler softly taps it right inside that sideline.
And Omaha not happy that Teeler touched the net, but the ball was already down before she netted. That was the reason that was a no call there.
Here's Anna DeBeer. Big swing on the overpass. Teeler takes care of it.
And that all started. Phenomenal serve on the back line from Anna DeBeer. They are targeting Reagan Cooper, and it's working, forcing that overpass. Good, strong finish from Teeler as well.
What a pancake from Scott. Cooper keeps it in.
Yeah, big defense on Indy's side, but Omaha finds a way to pick it up again, and a really good save up front from Hilly to keep that ball alive.
A sub here for Indy. DeBeer checks out, and they bring in Kayla Lund, who, as part of a lineup reshuffling last game for Indy, had a double-double in a win against Orlando. 14 kills, 13 digs down in Florida. So Lund in for DeBeer here. Another great defensive play. That time Sydney Hilly for Omaha. Teeler off the block. Londot with a great dive. And what a play by Hentz. Omaha scrambling all around. And they're going to win the points. How about that for the Supernovas? Great defensive play.
Defense won that point for Omaha. This is where the Supernovas are best. When they can extend rallies, they are such a gritty team. They find ways to make plays that not a lot of other teams are making, and it catches the other team off guard when that ball then goes over the net.
2 really great lunging plays in that back row, and then the block to cap it off. I think we're used to seeing the digs and the great flying around defensive plays, but the block has been a nice piece for Omaha in the second set. Member Mena denied. Not much getting through that Omaha net right now. That one does for Lecator member Mena.
And the block for Omaha is doing a much better job getting touches on the left side, but with member Mena up there, even if you're perfectly up, her snap down is so fast that you have to push even quicker.
That is her 10th today, so getting in double figures with her teammate Teeler. Now a center line violation, middle of the rally here. A challenge for Omaha.
And so when you're looking at the center line, the only thing that you're looking at is if the foot completely goes over the line. It doesn't even matter if you interfere with another team. The foot has to go over. Your body, your arm, whatever can go over the line. But if it's the foot completely, then that's illegal. And that right there looks to be completely over. That's a great challenge.
Even more impressive too, Emily, considering it was in the middle of the rally.
Yeah.
So that whole play developed. It wasn't on member Mena's attack that ultimately gave them the kill that's now wiped off. So kudos to the staff there to point that out middle of a rally as well. They'll wipe the point away, back to even at 22. Going right back to member Mena. Another block touch. Teeler denied as well. Nunaviller gives Omaha the lead. So some wind in their sails now after that overturned call and then the kill for Nunaviller.
Yeah, Omaha is making massive plays right now when it matters, and that's been the difference for them this year. We haven't seen this kind of Omaha team really turn it on late in a set in the way that they're doing right now.
These have been the points where they faltered at times. And now it's set points. Supernovas have the Ignite with their backs against the wall. Can't say enough good things about Brooke Nunaviller and the player she is. After 1 year in Turkey, she came over to the United States again after her career at Oregon wrapped up. Turkey 1 year, and then now her third year in Major League Volleyball. And two-time All-League first team. She has been top 10 in kills per set each year. She's a beast.
Yeah, and Coach Slabay talked about Nunaviller being one of the most fiercest competitors he's been around, and even compared her to Jordan Larson in that sense, a four-time Olympic medalist. That's great company to be in.
She spent her entire Major League Volleyball career with Omaha. Backs against the wall here for the Ignite. A split dink there from Hentz. Member Mena with a rip.
How about that swing to get the fans on their feet? Member Mena putting everything that she has into that one. Member Mena is a player that as sets go on, she becomes a go-to attacker for Indy because she takes swings like this in this kind of moment, fending off set point.
And now the Ignite need a run. Still set point, Omaha. That's going to win it. Reagan Cooper ties this match at 1 set apiece.
Really good answer from Omaha. They did a much better job defensively, limiting what Indy was doing, holding them to 167 hit percentage after the Ignite hit over 400 during set 1.
So tied at 1 set apiece, Omaha and Indy in the battle of last year's semifinal. Shipping up to be another good one tonight. This match is brought to you by Lilly, a medicine company.
You've got to get off the couch, off the phone, and join thousands of other screaming fans for a nail-biting, heart-pounding, in-person experience you have to see to believe. It's the NCAA D1 Women's Volleyball Championship. Sign up for pre-sale news and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Every match is a new opportunity. Every win brings you one step closer to becoming a champion. This is Major League Volleyball, where the sport's top stars take the court to compete for greatness.
What do you need to do to slow down Omaha heading into set 3?
Yeah, we're struggling a little bit with our block defense right now, but number 8's playing a great game and they're hitting really well. So we're going to talk about a few tactics where we just need to press a little bit more cross and be a little bit more ready in defense and cover. We're scoring quite well, but they've got our number on the block at the moment, so we're going to get some covers and play out of that.
Member Mena and Taylor have been so effective. How have they been able to fire on all cylinders tonight so far?
Yeah, she's playing a great game, but she's just got to keep swinging. We don't want to go soft against this team. They're a great defensive team, so we want to keep on the offense.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Like no one is watching. Ignite fans, let's go! All right, DJ Nikki, here we go. All right, come on now.
Every match is a new opportunity. For us, this is everything. The hours no one sees, the pressure, the belief it takes to keep going. Every serve carries expectation. Every rally demands heart. Every win brings us one step closer to becoming champions. This is Major League Volleyball, where the sport's top stars compete for greatness. This is our game, our league. Keep watching.
Novas Nation, the 2026 season is here. Join us Friday, January 30th at the CHI Health Center as your Omaha Supernovas take on the San Diego Mojo for National Girls and Women in Sports Night. Watch Team USA libero Morgan Hentz and local stars Merritt Beeson and Nora Sisk as Omaha and San Diego clash in an early season showdown. Bring the noise, pack the house, and help make CHI the toughest place to play in professional volleyball. Get your tickets at the CHI box office or supernovas.com.
It's not just a sport, it's a calling. At Spalding, we've spent years crafting high-quality equipment that honors that passion. As the official net system supplier to Major League Volleyball, we're proud to support the game at its highest level, where precision, durability, and performance matter most. Because when you give your all, you deserve equipment that does too. Spalding Volleyball, trusted by generations, built for champions.
The roar of the crowd, the power in every swing, the grit of each play. There's no doubt we play with fire. Tickets are on sale now to see the Indy Ignite. Whether you're looking for a fun time with family or a great night out with friends, join the fan firestorm at Fisher's Event Center this season to watch Indy Ignite continue to make history as Indiana's first professional women's volleyball team. Get your tickets today at IndyIgniteVB.com.
This match is tied at 1 set apiece after the Ignite won set 1. The Supernovas responded with a close second set victory, 25-22. We'll have some highlights and stats for you coming up here at the intermission as well, but first we'll send it down to Haley Jordan, who spoke to Ignite head coach Lauren Bertolacci after the first 2 sets.
Coach, what do you need to do to slow down Omaha heading into set 3?
Yeah, we're struggling a little bit with our block defense right now, but number 8's playing a great game and they're hitting really well. So we're going to talk about a few tactics where we just need to press a little bit more cross and be a little bit more ready in defense and cover. We're scoring quite well, but they've got our number on the block at the moment, so we're going to get some covers and play out of that.
Remember, Mena and Taylor have been so effective. How have they been able to fire on all cylinders tonight so far?
Yeah, she's playing a great game, but she's just got to keep swinging. We don't want to go soft against this team. They're a great defensive team, so we want to keep on the offense.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Like no one is watching.
Every match is a new opportunity. For us, this is everything. The hours no one sees, the pressure, the belief it takes to keep going. Every serve carries expectation. Every rally demands heart. Every win brings us one step closer to becoming champions. This is Major League Volleyball, where the sport's top stars compete for greatness. This is our game, our league. Keep watching.
Novas Nation, the 2026 season is here. Join us Friday, January 30th at the CHI Health Center as your Omaha Supernovas take on the San Diego Mojo for National Girls and Women in Sports Night. Watch Team USA libero Morgan Hentz and local stars Merritt Beeson and Nora Sisk as Omaha and San Diego clash in an early season showdown. Bring the noise, pack the house, and help make CHI the toughest place to play in professional volleyball. Get your tickets at the CHI box office or supernovas.com.
It's not just a sport, it's a calling. At Spalding, we've spent years crafting high-quality equipment that honors that passion. As the official net system supplier to Major League Volleyball, we're proud to support the game at its highest level, where precision, durability, and performance matter most. Because when you give your all, you deserve equipment that does too. Spalding Volleyball, trusted by generations, built for champions.
The roar of the crowd, the power in every swing, the grit of each play. There's no doubt we play with fire. Tickets are on sale now to see the Indy Ignite. Whether you're looking for a fun time with family or a great night out with friends, join the fan firestorm at Fisher's Event Center this season to watch Indy Ignite continue to make history as Indiana's first professional women's volleyball team. Get your tickets today at IndyIgniteVB.com.
All right.
Well, we billed this as quite the matchup here, and it certainly lived up to it. A rematch of last year's semifinal, the home opener for the Indy Ignite. They put their unblemished record to the test tonight against Omaha, and so far it has lived up to the billing. Tied at 1 here in Fisher's Event Center with Emily Eamon. I'm Anthony Mazzini, Haley Jordan down at court level. Omaha really responded well, Emily. I think Indy was great in that first set, but the Supernovas put some things together in that second to tie it up.
It was great seeing Omaha have a lot of life in them because we've seen them fall flat a few times during the last few matches, but they're on a 0-3 losing streak right now. Omaha did a much better job defensively, especially getting block touches up front. That's been an area of the Supernovas game that they've really struggled with. I thought the middles did a much better job containing some of the outsides for Indy. It's been difficult because they're both still doing really well, but the block for Omaha has done a much better job moving side to side and working with the pins.
Lekator, Member Mena, and Ajani Teeler typically have been a two-headed monster all year for Indy, and that certainly continued today. And then Reagan Cooper for Omaha had herself a good first couple of sets.
Yeah, really impressive with the right side of Ajani Teeler for Indy, doing a really nice job right now. Double-digit kills, doing it in the front and the back row. The connection has been good between Tuaniga and Teeler when she's in the front court. Back court, it's gotten a lot better as the match has gone on. And also Lekator, Member Mena. She has been a firecracker on the left side, doing such a good job. 10 kills already for her, hitting 240. She has been the go-to attacker late. When Indy needs a point, it's been critical to have her out on the court.
And then for Reagan Cooper for Omaha, you're talking about a player, Emily, that really was a non-factor through the first 5 matches of the year. But I think she's certainly happy to be back there on the floor.
Yeah, I've been incredibly impressed with Reagan Cooper's offense. She's hitting over 400 already, 11 kills. Needs to pick up the passing, but she's been a great offensive weapon for the Supernovas.
Stats through 2, Omaha hitting 357 compared to the Ignite's 276. That's really the number for me, Emily, that stands out in that first set, or first couple of sets.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now, Omaha's offense looks really good, and they've really turned the defense on. And you look at them limiting service errors, something that's been really killing Omaha the last few matches. And Indy playing a good game, but the offense dipped a little. They have to find a way to keep those middles involved.
And you talked about the blocks a moment ago as well. Kiara Reinhardt has 3 of them in that second set for Omaha. All of the Ignite have only 2 as a team.
Yeah, Omaha did a great job during set 2. They put up 4 blocks, something that hasn't been particularly great in terms of the area of the game for Omaha this season, but it's gotten better as this match has gone on, which is exactly what you want to see, making those in-game adjustments.
A nice crowd for the home opener tonight for the Indy Ignite. Nice to see the fans still show up despite the what could end up being treacherous winter weather outside. Hopefully everyone is staying warm and safe out there. But a nice crowd on hand despite the circumstances outside of Fisher Event Center. The players have loved it. The fans have certainly loved it so far. We've loved it. It's been a great first couple of sets. Omaha today trying to snap a 3-match losing skid. The first time in franchise history they have dropped 3 consecutive matches. And the Ignite trying for a continuation of their perfect start. They come in the lone unbeaten team in Major League Volleyball, 3-0. Third set underway. Scott swats at it to keep it alive. Back to Londot. And that is the first kill. It goes to Teeler.
And the way that Indy wants to play, they're trying to overpower defenses. What they want to do is have big swing after big swing and stay as aggressive as possible, because that's when they're playing their best volleyball.
Well, Teeler just picks up right where she left off. Serve error there for Member Mena. That's the 7th as a team for Indy today. Omaha has started to limit the service errors, and always happens, doesn't it, Emily? You just go to say it, and they immediately serve one out of bounds. That's their 5th of the match.
Yeah, and that's been something that Omaha's actually done a really good job of tonight. They've been pretty high error for their last few. You look at the last 4 matches, and it's been double-digit service errors, which is a first in franchise history for them. They've done a better job keeping the ball in play.
Which both teams want to serve more aggressively. They will live with some of the errors. They want to keep it in more often than not, of course.
And this ball out of system. Tuning it just chucks it up to her outside, just not able to find the floor there and get the snap down.
Talking about those service errors a moment ago, Omaha did not have a single one in that second set. So that most recent one was their first in set 1. De Beer goes right back to work after the misfire a moment ago.
And I like the decision from the setter right here to go back to her outside, a little bit on the move, only option, but this one goes in the court, slicing it in.
Always a vote of confidence when you go back to the player that just missed a moment ago. Just out for Tuaniga.
That ball just by a hair going out of bounds. That's still a really good aggressive serve that Indy's okay with that miss.
Probably one of my hairs, not one of your hairs. Very close there. Smacked down by Teeler once again.
Really dynamic offense on Indy's side. Watch where both attackers are. They're right next to each other. That makes it really difficult for the block to know who to go up with. It's an overload situation, and the set goes right over the middle.
De Beer into the net. Back to Omaha, tied at 4. Banjo's serve goes right at member Mena. From the back, there's Cooper. Scott cannot keep it in. Omaha leads.
A big rip from Reagan Cooper, this time in the back row. Something we haven't seen too much of today. This is a connection. Sydney Hilly, again, the setter for Omaha. New to the team this year, so trying to get those connections back down.
Hilly today up to 20 assists. There's Reinhardt. Yara Reinhardt, these last couple of sets here, Emily, has really started to emerge.
Yeah, she's done such a good job. She got the start this game. She also played all of their last match against Columbus on Thursday. And this has been a position that Coach Slabé has really had a difficult time with, deciding who's getting playing time and really what he's looking for. But Reinhardt has really stood out with this group.
The last couple of years, Omaha has drafted middles with their first selection in the Major League Volleyball draft. Reinhardt, the most recent. She started the last couple of matches now and playing very well again tonight. Martin, big swing to send it over.
What a run on Indy's side. Taylor comes flying through to make this play. It's really difficult to get the middle of the ball in this situation. That really shows just how much range Tuninga has as a setter.
Martin not getting a ton of sets today, but taking advantage when she does get them. Nunaviller powers it through.
And this is a Nunaviller specialty. She does such a nice job targeting that right side blocker and getting the ball sneaking down right in front of the hands. Really great finish and snap down.
A block again. Kiara Reinhardt has really upped her game on the block.
Yeah, the block's doing a better job of reading and watching the plays unfold on Indy's side. It's a really fast offense, which makes it really difficult. Reinhardt's really stepping up to the challenge.
Another one for Lydia Martin. So establishing a bit more of a connection now with Mia Tuaniga.
And the game plan looks like it's shifted a little to get the middles more involved on Indy's side. Even about 5-6 feet off the net, Tuning is forcing that set.
You have to wonder if that's a response to the block that has done so well on the pins for Omaha. They're bringing it more to the middle again.
Yeah, definitely. Indy wants to attack the middle of the court, and the pass has been good, so you got to run it when you can.
This is way out of system. No middle play here. Nunaviller falling away. And miscommunication there on Indy. Nobody filled the middle.
And that's a play that the off blocker typically wants to take. Bit of a broken play on Indy's side. Give a free ball to Omaha. This is where you want to see the outside Lekator member Mena come in and make this play.
Free ball once again here for Indy. Great chance for Omaha. Londot pushes. Great hands from Hentz. And tapped over. Reinhardt just scooped it up and over.
Yeah, I love that decision from Reinhardt. That's a really headsy play. This ball's coming so fast at her head. She could make a set on this, or she could just take it over and put it down.
A lot of times those middles aren't comfortable with the set, so you might as well just tap it over. Good success there for Reinhardt. And a block once again. I'm sounding like a broken record now, but Kiara Reinhardt is everywhere.
Yeah, she's been so impressive, and she's doing it on both sides of the ball, too. Her block, though, has been so good up front. Her hands are in a great position and pushed really far over the net.
And she has come alive. Supernovas lead by 4. Ignite get a little closer. Martin off the block and out.
Doing it, continuing to feed that middle attack when the pass is there.
It's been the biggest issue, I think, for Indy in this third set. When it's been good passing, they fed the middles, but the passing has been a little suspect at times, having to send some free balls. That is beautifully in system for Londot.
Londot hasn't got a ton of production today, but she's been really efficient with it. She has no errors on the night, getting good swings, and the ball goes her way.
Hitting 300 in the match. 6 kills, 4 digs. Another free ball here for Indy. On a banjo is denied. Martin, who had 11 last week against Columbus, picks one up.
That's a great read from Lydia Martin up front. Omaha doesn't go to their middles often, so this is a complete commit block, going up no matter where this ball is going, and reads it really well.
Great pass from Hentz and Hilly. Cheeky to send it over.
And Sydney Hilly is so good at this two-shoot. I mean, she's taking the ball on the second contact over with both hands. It looks like she's setting it, then at the last second, turns her hands to the middle of the court. Scores almost every time.
It was certainly a warm welcome, as you mentioned, Emily, with Sydney Hilly back in the building, but I think there's also a part of her that probably would want to win against her former team as well. That eats up Teeler. Brooke Nunaviller with a kill, and it is all Omaha right now. Lauren Bertolacci needs a timeout. Indy is yet to have a perfect pass in this set. Omaha, 4 of 7 right to target, and it is showing. Omaha leads by 5. Supernovas halfway to a third set victory. This match tonight brought to you by Lilly, a medicine company. Now back here in Indianapolis, Omaha way in front. They get a little bit further in front with another big stuff block. Toyosi on a banjo makes it 15-9 over the Ignite. Winner of this set takes the lead in this match, 2-1. It has been all Ignite here, Emily, in set 3. Excuse me, all Supernovas.
Yeah, and Omaha's doing a really nice job serving. That's been the biggest difference so far in this set. Kayla Lund steps in for Indy because she's a really good ball control player, and that's what Indy needs. They have to do better on serve receive right now. Their number is way too low.
And Lund just came in for De Beer a moment ago. Cross court, there's Lund with the up, but it's out of bounds.
Omaha just absolutely rolling right now, forcing another timeout on Indy's side, burning their second.
16-9, it is a 7-point advantage for the Supernovas. They look like a whole new team here in this third set. And you started to see some of it at the end of the second set, and they've carried it over here into the third.
Yeah, it's been really impressive to see Omaha get better as this match has gone on. The defense has certainly picked up a lot, especially that block. But then also, their offense looks a lot more dynamic. They're getting more players involved. The passing is night and day from what it was during set 1 and set 2. They're passing over 70% in system. as opposed to about 35% during the first 2 sets combined.
Now the block has obviously been prominent as well in this third set alone for the Supernovas. They have a couple of stuff blocks to their credit. Now this match tonight is brought to you by Lilly, a medicine company. The Fishers Event Center is rocking, and they are trying to will their home team, the Ignite, back into this third set. The lone unbeaten left in Major League Volleyball, the Ignite, need a comeback here in set 3. Now Lund stays in here for for Indy. No changes on the Omaha side. Over to Lund, 2-hand push shot. What a dig from Scott. Lund lets it rip. Thought she got a touch. Indy's going to challenge this.
What an up in the back court. Elena Scott lays out for this one. We're looking if there was anything off of that ball. A finger bent backward, a change of direction on the ball. Lund clearly trying to hit the fingertips and go out of bounds.
All replay this year is done through MLV replay. It was Anna Banjo who was at the net there that maybe would have gotten a fingertip to it. As of right now, it is Omaha point. Call is no touch on the floor. Take another look. Great dig.
We're not going to watch that dig 80,000 times over.
We've seen some great defensive plays tonight on both sides.
And just that off the pinky of Anna Banjo. And you could tell when she came down from that block, her face made it seem like she was a little guilty. It's a really great look at it.
So point is overturned, but Omaha gets it right back on another joust. Hilly wins that one after we've seen Tuaniga win so many. Hilly gets one there for Omaha.
Yeah, Sydney Hilly, big smile, showing off her strength up front. Feels like setters win jousts 9 times out of 10 because they just don't get that many options or many opportunities to put that ball down.
When they get a chance, they want to take it. Omaha serving with Cooper. They're up 7. Well in control in this third set. And serve is long.
And even though Omaha right now is still up 6 points, Indy is not a team that you can sleep on. You think back to last season, there were so many matches where Indy was down 5-6 points and was able to come back and win sets. Not a team that you ever want to give a little open the door to.
Indy gets a block touch there, slows it down. Another block. Anna Banjo joins the fun.
And the block really turning on for Omaha. That's their 4th of this set. The middles are doing such a great job knowing exactly where to go and working really well with their pins. That's a perfectly formed block for the attacker to try to hit through. It's so hard to do.
Well, both teams starting to empty the benches a little bit here. We've seen Mojer a couple of times. She's coming in for Omaha. And Anise Havili has come in for setter duties for Indy. Here is Mojer on the serve. We've seen this a couple of times, taking out one of the middles, and she picks that perfectly. An ace.
And that serve couldn't be more perfectly placed to the player that had just checked in the match. Taylor Landfair, number 12 in white, in for Indy on the outside. Serve goes right to her.
And so that was the other sub there for the Ignite. Getting Landfair in the first action of the season for Taylor Landfair. Lund came in a moment ago. Trying to will her team back in it. That's the player, if you're the Ignite, that you want rallying the troops out there. Coach Bertolacci told us she's a calming force, an organizer. Bodazat can't get that one. 20-12.
And Omaha is just playing as confident as we've seen them all season. They are firing on all cylinders. The defense is clicking. The offense looks fine-tuned, and they're serving lights out. And serving out.
Fortunately now, Emily, they're in a position that they can afford to have one or two sail out.
Yeah, all green light from the service line for Omaha right now.
As we've mentioned, that's been their Achilles heel of getting in that red zone area and having some self-inflicted wounds. But when you're up 7 to 8 points, little room for error. Martin out of the middle. She's had a nice third set.
Yeah, Martin's really been one of the only bright spots right now for Indy during this set. She has taken over offensively. They just haven't had much production from anyone else.
And remember now, that is Havili setting. Tuaniga has stepped out. Havili going to the back. There's Lund. Free ball over. Landfair is denied. Teeler sends it too long. No touch that time.
Omaha's defense has just been phenomenal in the back row. Morgan Hentz making diving plays right up to the net. Again, I like that decision from Reinhardt to put it down. They're just forcing Indy to try to make plays.
It's that battle of attrition that we alluded to earlier. Havili trying to amp up this Ignite team, calls her own number.
Yeah, really smart decision, as both setters for Indy aren't necessarily the most offensive, so really smart decision to establish that right side threat up front.
Played in Europe for a few years. She is a fifth-year pro, her third in Major League Volleyball. It's up from Landfair. Martin denied. Lund. It's blocked. Reinhardt once again.
Omaha's blockers all over the net on the pins, whether it's the right side or the left. They're completely shutting down those areas of the court. Indy's only option has been the middle attack that they're scoring on.
This block has been a revelation. It's not always about the stuff blocks. They're getting touches on everything too. Down the line, Lund misses. And now it's the Ignite making some of those self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah, Indy's offense just all over the place right now in terms of errors. Not the best looks, and the attackers aren't bettering the ball.
Gives you any indication how this set has gone for Indy. Lydia Martin is the only player for the Ignite hitting a positive percentage in this third set. It's been that kind of set. And Blake Moeller has come in, a middle blocker, and Bodazat is out. Moeller and Martin, the two middles out there right now for Indy. And it doesn't work, as Londot just sends it right through.
It'll be interesting to see how Indy comes out next set, because almost all the starters are out on the bench. Is it a time to give them a break and reset, or do you just go with a whole new team?
What would you do?
I think I'm going back to the way they started. Give the starters a break, let them reset, and then come back in and do their job that they did during the first set.
I just waved the white flag here in this third and reset for the fourth. And it's coming up in just a couple of moments, because Omaha absolutely destroys Indy in this third set. They've looked like a whole new team in sets 2 and 3. And they are one set away from spoiling Indy's perfect season. The Supernovas, domination in the third. And they are one set from wrapping this one up in Fisher's Event Center. This match tonight brought to you by Lilly, a medicine company.
The roar of the crowd, the power in every swing, the grit of each play. There's no doubt we play with fire. Tickets are on sale now to see the Indy Ignite. Whether you're looking for a fun time with family or a great night out with friends, join the fan firestorm at Fisher's Event Center this season to watch Indy Ignite continue to make history as Indiana's first professional women's volleyball team. Get your tickets today at IndyIgniteVB.com.
Novas Nation, the 2026 season is here. Join us Friday, January 30th at the CHI Health Center as your Omaha Supernovas take on the San Diego Mojo for National Girls and Women in Sports Night. Watch Team USA libero Morgan Hentz and local stars Merritt Beeson and Nora Sisk as Omaha and San Diego clash in an early season showdown. Bring the noise, pack the house, and help make CHI the toughest place to play in professional volleyball. Get your tickets at the CHI box office or supernovas.com.
You've got to get off the couch, off the phone, and join thousands of other screaming fans for a nail-biting, heart-pounding, in-person experience you have to see to believe. It's the NCAA D1 Women's Volleyball Championship. Sign up for pre-sale news and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Every match is a new opportunity. Every win brings you one step closer to becoming a champion. This is Major League Volleyball, where the sport's top stars take the court to compete for greatness. Keep watching.
That guy almost lost his hair. He's losing his mind here in Fisher's Event Center tonight. He's probably losing his mind after that last set for Indy. They got blown out there by the Supernovas. And so the Omaha Supernovas 1 set away from winning this match tonight. 2-1 as we enter into the fourth. Emily Eamon and Anthony Mazzini with you, and we'll bring in Haley Jordan here. We talked about some perhaps lineup changes, and that wouldn't be anything new here for this Indy team, right, Haley?
Yeah, Indy is the only team to start this season with 3 road matches and remains the only undefeated team in the league. Indy won those trios of games using different lineups. This is not even close to the same lineup as what fans saw in Orlando. And even during the game, you're seeing subs come in like Kayla Lund, Taylor Landfair, Anisi Havili. Bertolacci cited load management, road travel, and some minor injuries as reasons for adjusting these lineups. She said she hopes this gives confidence to the team that any lineup can be successful. And even Omaha coach LeBay commented on the depth and talent of the Ignite following the lineup changes and said this is the best team in the country right now, but Omaha giving Ignite a lot of trouble today.
What Coach LeBay said about how, Bertolacci said about how she doesn't have an A side and a B side during practice. She feels fully confident about anyone out on the court, any combination of them, and is still kind of figuring it out early on in the season. But she's had so much success because of the depth of this team.
Now, she loves the depth. And it's for situations like these. She can talk about the load management, the travel, second game of a 3-day swing, whatever it might be, all valid reasons, but it's also for moments like this. If you need someone to step in, someone else isn't performing very well, you kind of know what you have. You know what players can do, what they can't do, and you know who to bring in these pressure situations.
Yeah, and right now, really the only change that we're seeing from how Indy started the match is bringing Blake Moeller in the middle. They had Alexander Bodazat in, who just wasn't producing, trying to get a little bit more production from there.
A scramble play there for Omaha. Sending the free ball on the slide. There is Moeller, but another great pancake from Hentz. Both liberos today have had some great pancakes. But right through the block, member Mena with the kill.
And Indy's going to need some firepower on their side. The way that they started set 1, and even the way that the offense finished during set 2, they need to find a way to continue to get kills on that outside.
One of the rare times over these last couple of sets, the block was late to that pin for Omaha. Cooper falling away and hits across court for the kill.
Another big kill from Reagan Cooper. She has been great in her first start today for Omaha.
That's her 15th kill today.
And a flashy one, turning that thumb down, shoulder away.
We were talking earlier, we're impressed with the undersized pin hitters, but I always love it too when they're falling one way and hit it the other, or they're falling back and they still get a good rip on it. It just really showcases the athleticism of these athletes.
Yeah, it's athleticism and just body control of their ability to better the ball. If it's not a perfect set, they find ways to get kills in really difficult situations.
If I did half of that stuff, I would be broken for a couple of days.
If I did one of those things, I'd be done for.
Blondot flies in. Great hustle from Leketer member Mena. Omaha gets a touch that time, and it pays off on a banjo in that middle blocker spot.
And the block just lighting it up right now for Omaha. 11 blocks. The middle is doing such a great job. More of a miscue on Indy's side of who's taking that coverage ball.
Yeah, that was Moeller, who, as you mentioned, Emily, is fresh into the match here. Came in at the end of set 3. Still getting acclimated. There's Tuaniga.
You have to be so sneaky in professional volleyball to get a dump to go down. Tuaniga looked like she was setting this one right at the last second, threw it down for the kill. Trying to get some energy injected into this place.
She seems to be that energy player tonight for Indy. Saw her flex earlier after a couple of jousts. That cheeky dump there. A diving effort, but a little late for Teeler. Nuneviller gets a kill. Haven't talked about Brooke Nuneviller in a little while.
And it seemed like during set 3, Omaha was just getting so much production from everyone. They weren't relying on players like Cooper and Nuneviller because they were spreading the wealth.
I think that's exactly what Lucas LeBay would like.
Yeah.
Still, you mention Nuneviller because she's probably the best offensive player on this team, but to not have to mention her time after time after time again.
Yeah, and Coach LeBay has talked a lot about wanting to get the team more balanced and spread out. Great up for member Mena, but a lot of that comes with getting in-system looks and getting those connections down, because when you're not, you become a really left-side dependent team.
That's out off of Hilly. She was pointing over to the Indy side. Thought they had a violation over there, but Hilly's block touch went out. Indy with a nice response here after falling flat in set 3. Slide kill is good. Kiara Reinhart continues to put her fingerprints all over this match tonight.
And coming into this match, it was a question of who was going to start in the middle position. Felt like we had seen every combination of middles so far throughout the year through Omaha's first 5 games. But now it seems like Kiara Reinhart is really separating herself from others in the pack.
We have not seen Elise Getzinger tonight, who through the first 5 matches of the year had been the main middle. It's been a healthy dose of Anna Banjo and Reinhart tonight. Long overpass. Omaha staying in it. So is Indy. And the battle of attrition wins again for the Supernovas.
Omaha has been physically dominant up at the front. Their blocking has turned on and hasn't looked back. Every one of these tight balls, it feels like the Supernovas are winning 9 times out of 10 because they're just over pushing on Indy.
How have they flipped it from what Indy wants to do with the aggressive style, put pressure on teams, big powerful swings and serves, to maintaining it and being that wear you down and take the points when we can get them? How have they flipped it?
Yeah, the biggest difference has been turning on the defense, and a reason why is because the block's just in better positions. I think as this match has gone on and they've seen Indy's offense actually unfold, the block is just able to be in better spots and make smarter decisions to go up, and therefore it's resulting in more touches and more stuffs.
Omaha has one of their first leads of this 4th set, 7-6. Not for long. Now here is De Beer on the serve. Started the match really well, but has been quiet ever since set 1. Good serve to keep the Supernovas out of system. And it results in a point on the miss swing.
And that's back-to-back errors right there for Omaha. They had that slight lead, and now Indy right back in this set.
Indy would love to get Anna De Beer back to senior year at Louisville. Anna De Beer. Coach Bertolacci acknowledged that that fire is still there, but still getting her back to that full competitor that you saw during her time down in Louisville. She was a 4-time AVCA All-American, unfortunately broke her foot in the Final Four back in 2024, worked her way back to somewhat full health last year, and they're still trying to get her clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, and Indy needs that second great outside option, and DeBeer has been that for so many years, still getting back into it. But right now, it has been all Omaha's block, and Kiara Reinhardt again getting a stuff.
How good has she been tonight? Carving herself out a very good role with this Omaha team the last couple of matches. And another one. Teeler can't get it through the block. Reinhardt there again with Cooper to seal it.
Reinhardt has just been everywhere. She's a rookie also, which I think makes that more impressive, the way that she's able to read this game a lot faster than it is at the college level.
Nice push there from Teeler. Talked about it with Nunaviller on the Omaha side. Teeler had gone a little quiet there over the last couple of sets.
And one key coming in that Coach Bertolacci talked to us about was getting the right side going. That's Ajani Teeler up front. She likes that matchup against Omaha's outsides. They need to get Teeler going a little bit more when she's up there.
That is her 15th, so it ties Reagan Cooper for the match lead. I feel like it would all come full circle here if Kiara Reinhardt could get an ace. She almost did it. Oh, she did do it. Indy looked back. They thought it was out, but she did get it.
I mean, what a serve, placing that right on the end line. Kiara Reinhardt literally doing it all right now for the Supernovas.
Emily, I've had my Nostradamus moment.
There you go.
She got a little too ambitious there, I think. Wanted a back-to-back ace.
Yeah, and Reinhardt's one of those servers where she's bombing it from the back. She's coming with so much speed and tempo. You often see it go out of bounds or with that ace.
Overpass from DeBeer. Good block touch there from Tuaniga to jump up. Great up from Member Mena as well. Back to her feet, but the block for the Supernovas, powerful again.
And those transition plays were the one that Omaha wasn't really getting through the first two sets. When Indy had multiple opportunities to swing, it felt like the block was a little bit of a misstep. That's a perfectly formed block on Omaha's side. Londot in to help, and Anna Banjo right there with her.
It's their 15th.
I mean, just an insane number for a team through not only 4 sets.
Cooper off the block. Once again, getting a touch on everything. Back to the near side. Moeller can't get it by. Scott dives down. Reinhardt, I beg your pardon, that is Hilly, my apologies. Sydney Hilly with the kill.
And Omaha's just been the more physical team up at the net through the last 2 sets. Normally, we see that being Indy's strong suit, but Omaha taking charge.
14-10, once again, the Supernovas have a multi-point lead. Between the block, great defense from Hentz, and that back row, this Supernovas team looks much different compared to the way they've looked the last few matches.
And the block has been the biggest difference. And when you look at Omaha's season, in terms of blocking through the first 4 matches, they didn't have double digits block, and now they have that in their last 2. So even though they necessarily haven't gotten the wins, they're continuing to improve, which is exactly what Coach LeBay wants to see from his team, with a lot of new faces out on the court playing together.
Lauren Bertolacci, the head coach for Indy, told us they wanted to exploit some of those blocking deficiencies for Omaha. But as a coach, Emily, I'm sure you also recognize your deficiencies as well, so it must have been a key focal point for Omaha coming in. Indy's going to want to do this. We need to button up these areas.
Yeah, and I think you could see the way that Omaha started this match is completely 180 to where they are right now. They're doing a much better job watching the plays unfold on Indy's side and knowing where it's going rather than being late to it and reacting.
Over to Landfair, and she officially makes her mark in the Indy record books, her first kill of her career.
Indy just trying to find some offensive production. We've seen nearly everyone from the bench come in and play. Landfair trying to get a spark for Indy.
That's a huge swing for Cooper, went up to get it.
Reagan Cooper in her first start of the season already, 15 kills, hitting over 400. She's done a really great job being an awesome offensive spark for them.
DeBeer gets a touch. Much needed for Indy to side out.
A big kill from Anna DeBeer on the left side. Love this push from Tuaninga. It looks like she's going to set the middle and then pushes it all the way out to the left.
It's been a quiet 10 kills today for DeBeer. Sneakily getting into double figures tonight. Beautiful float serve. And Tuaninga takes advantage.
Love to see a setter going up and taking a big rip just like that. Looked like a swing from Member Meta, that's how hard it was.
Well, she's been flexing all night. We know the power's there. It's a matter of when she can use it.
That's a really good serve, too, from Blake Moeller.
Going back to the well again. Has Omaha out of system once again. Martin slams it down. And the life back in this Fishers Event Center Arena crowd.
Sometimes you can get Omaha once on that serve, but it's twice this time for Blake Moeller that causes chaos on the Supernovas side, and this point was all Indy from the jump.
Well, it's a run here for the Ignite. Getting the fan base back into it. Cannot say enough about how well this crowd has showed out tonight. We heard coming in that a few youth groups had decided not to come just due to the travel and safety concerns, but even without them, this has been a fantastic crowd, despite the weather conditions outside.
Oh, it's been a party in here. It's been so much fun, and that's what you get every time Indy's playing at home. The crowd has showed up, which I think is so impressive for a team that's just in their second season. The way that they're able to reach out into the community and the support that the community gives back to them. They love their hometown team here in Fishers.
More than 5,700 in attendance tonight. Seats 7,500. I have a feeling it would be very close, if not to capacity, if it were sunny and 75. Coming out of the timeout, Nunaviller back to work. Going to your big gun when you need it most.
And what Omaha's done really well is they're spreading out the offense, so they haven't had to go to a player like Nunaviller, but goes to her in this moment when things are starting to get tight.
Omaha goes into the media timeout in the fourth set, up by 2. They are halfway to clinching the victory tonight. This match is brought to you by Lilly, a medicine company. Omaha by a couple. (16-14) Omaha in front of Indy. Here in set 4, Anthony Mazzini and Emily Eamon with you. Haley Jordan down on the sidelines tonight, bringing you this primetime matchup, the only game in Major League Volleyball tonight. And it's been a good one. Omaha is half a set away from taking down Indy, but the Ignite coming out of the media timeout with some fire.
And that was the exact answer that the Ignite needed. A really big kill right off of the serve, and Anna DeBeer delivers.
We'll give her 11 in the match tonight. And puts Mia Tuaniga on the service line. She had a 61 assist match against Columbus earlier this year. It's the most in Major League Volleyball this season. Omaha gets that point there. Nunavilla rising up.
Really smart tip placement from Nunavilla, just going right over the block and down. That's something Indy's been struggling with tonight.
Another opportunity here for Omaha as we inch closer to the end of the set for them to clamp it down. Martin has single-handedly, over the last set and a half here, kept the Ignite within arm's reach.
Yeah, Lydia Martin has been the best offensive option that the Ignite has had. They're getting her going on the net, off the net, forcing her the ball.
Great example of when the passing has been good tonight for Indy. They have fed Martin, but so many times over the last couple of sets it has gone awry. Well done by Scott to keep it alive and then tracked down by DeBeer after that. Another good leaping effort from DeBeer. Tapped down by Reinhardt once again.
Kara Reinhardt is taking complete control of the net up front. She has been the biggest difference maker so far for Omaha today.
Seventh kill. She has 5 blocks. Hitting .231. Cooper blocked, hence tumbles over Nunaviller to keep it alive, but the legs got tangled in the overpass, way out.
Yeah, a bit of a missed opportunity for the Supernovas, and this is one they really needed to not give Indy any momentum. It's a great up, and then a miscommunication of who's going to take that third ball.
Well, the problem right now, Emily, is the Ignite just kind of trading points at this point. They really can't seem to get it past a 1 or 2 point deficit. They haven't had that push that can tie it or take the lead. Block at the net, scramble play behind it. Overpass is short, and Cooper gave it all she could, couldn't get it over, and there's the tie for Indy, 18 apiece.
And Teeler getting a really nice touch on this ball to send it right back on Omaha's side. And almost a chase down, good hustle from Londa, but not quite enough from Cooper.
So the Ignite finally get that tie. They had been chasing 1 or 2 points for the second half of this fourth set. And right back to the Supernovas on the service error for Martin.
That's an error that Indy can't afford right now, the ones in the bottom of the net. If they go out, you're fine with that, with staying aggressive. They need the ball to go over.
Allison Holder has come in for the first time tonight. A returner from last year for the Supernovas, a libero. Just checked in for the middle blocker, Reinhardt. That's a net violation on Indy.
And that's a big missed opportunity on Indy's side. That ball looked like it was sailing out of bounds. And that's just communication of the backline serve receive. Just getting a little tight about the net to Aninga.
That's out for Holder.
And much better communication that time, backline, knowing that ball was sailing. It's a shorter block up front now as Teeler goes in the back row to Aninga up front. Look for Omaha to target her on the outside with Cooper.
Teeler serving. Hilly up for Cooper. Around the table. And Scott couldn't get it up right under that net there. That was quite the reach.
And that ball you can actually save if it goes outside the antenna and stays on your side, but that one back inside.
We'll send it down to Haley.
In her first start of the season is making a huge impact. Second on the team with now 16 kills. She's used to being around a variety of teams and comes from a family of athletes. Her father played football at Nebraska and then later for the Dallas Cowboys. Cooper herself played for Washington State her freshman year of college, Texas Tech from 2020 through 2022. And she rounded out her collegiate campaign with Kansas. When she went pro, she started the MLV journey with the Columbus Fury. So it's safe to say Cooper has seen many different systems and has learned how to adapt to each one of them.
Thank you, Haley. She has certainly been a star tonight. Tied for the team lead with 16 kills. And And she'll be going back on serve right now. That ball just a little bit out.
That ball just clipping the fingertips on its way out. That'll send Cooper to the back line, and Brooke Nuneviller up front.
Omaha trying to hold off Indy. Service error for Cooper, just barely.
And this is the point in the set where we've seen Omaha make too many errors and error themselves out of it before. They got to play clean right now with this micro lead here in the red zone.
Short float. Moeller had some success with that earlier, but pulled the string on that one. Timeout Indy. It is their final timeout of this fourth set. So no more stoppage chances here for the Ignite, barring a challenge. Omaha has one timeout left. Looking to wrap this one up in 4. Lauren Bertolacci's group is 2 points away from their first loss of the season.
And that timeout really fast on Indy's side, more of an opportunity to just slow momentum for Omaha as they're 2 points away from sealing it. And good options if you're Indy right now. You've got Anna DeBeer on the outside, Lydia Martin up front, two of your most productive attackers over the last 2 sets.
A good rotation to be in. Taylor and Membamena in that back row. Going to Martin. Hooked it just wide.
An Indy side calling for a touch at this point in the set. If you think it's there, you got to use it. You can't take it home with you.
They got exactly what they wanted, Emily. And if this is not a touch for Martin, it's a really big missed opportunity.
Yeah, that's the exact look that Indy wanted to go with, getting Martin on a good ball. She's been so productive today.
This is what they're looking at.
Looking if there was a finger touch on that from Reinhardt. Difficult to tell from this angle. You have to have indisputable evidence to overturn it or confirm it. Based on that look, I didn't see enough.
Sometimes you can see a finger fly back, ball direction change. They're showing the review on the video board, and with the enhanced view there, the crowd is going crazy. The call has been overturned.
That's a massive call in Indy's favor.
So that second angle made it clear and indisputable. Martin did indeed get a touch. Huge call to keep the serve. This for the tie. DeBeer. It's Omaha's point. Indy's going to challenge that as well.
Now, because Indy won that last challenge, they kept it and have the opportunity to again challenge this. They looked very confident that that ball was up.
They think that Scott got that hand between the floor and the volleyball.
Now, if any part of the ball is touching the floor, it's down.
Was off another block touch for Omaha, which continues to be a story tonight.
Here's another look at this ball. We're looking at the pancake. It's going to be difficult to tell from this angle.
Once again, important to keep in mind that the call on the court was ball down. Is there enough to overturn it, is the question. The right hand here for Scott.
That's probably our best look at it, and based off of that,
it's that outside of the hand, I think partly, but
definitely.
Where's the other part of the ball? And like you said, Emily, if any part of the ball hits the floor, it's down.
I'm not seeing enough right there just to say whether it's completely up or not.
pretty good angle there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that ball's up.
Wow. So another successful challenge for Lauren Bertolacci. You know, she told us about the lineup changes. She said she's either a crazy genius or just crazy. She might be a crazy genius with these challenges. So it stays as a 1-point game. Omaha, after all the reversals against them, they get the kill with Cooper.
And 2 different opportunities that Omaha might have had at set point. They finally get on the third one. Indy has to side out here with a good pass.
Match point for the Supernovas. Indy does get the point on a net touch.
And that'll bring up heavy hitter for Indy Lecator member Mena in the front court alongside Martin and Teeler. This is their best rotation on Ignite's side.
DeBeer at the service line. Going to Cooper. Nunaviller for the win. And it falls. Now this is more of the Omaha we're used to seeing. With all that talent, they snapped their 3-game losing skid. Nunaviller with the victorious kill. And they take it in 4 sets tonight to spoil Indy's perfect season.
Really gritty performance for Omaha today. They got better as the match went on. The block looked unstoppable by the end of this one. And they really spread out the offense, which was the biggest thing coming in. They had been so left side dependent, but they went to other players when it mattered, and that really paid off.
You can see the final numbers there, Emily. I think that third set, obviously, winners by 9, but that really dictated everything in this match. After Omaha tied it, dominating set 3 really set the tone for this 4th set.
Yeah, really impressive the way that Omaha was able to come out and respond after set 1. And aside from that third set, an incredibly close match, which is what we've seen top to bottom in MLV so far. It is so difficult to get wins, and it's even more difficult to do it on the road.
So the Supernovas get back to 500. They go to 3-3 on the year in their 6th match, and they avoid what would have been a franchise record-setting losing streak again. It's the first time ever they lost 3 in a row, but they snapped that tonight. Indy, their first loss of the year, they fall to 3-1. And they will have to regroup now against Atlanta at home. They have a couple of days to regroup. Thursday night at 7 o'clock here in Fisher's Event Center to continue a homestand after they were on the road for the first 3 matches of the year. A lot of great defense, a lot of great individual performances, but ultimately it goes Omaha's way, and I think we can both agree the block was the biggest reason why tonight. For a team that did not block well through the first 5 matches, they were the worst blocking team in the league. Yeah, it really showed out tonight.
I mean, 16 blocks for Omaha in a 4-set match. It's a franchise record for a 4-set match. The Supernovas were so good defensively up front, and especially rookie Kiara Reinhardt. She had 6 of those in the middle, really got things going and provided a great defensive spark.
Well, it wasn't picture perfect at times, but it was good enough in the end for the Omaha Supernovas. Winners 3-1 tonight. They actually get to go home as well, back to Omaha in Chi Health Center, where they fill that place up nearly to the brims night in and night out. They have San Diego next Friday night against Omaha. There are your final numbers from tonight. And the efficiency for Omaha, we highlighted that at the intermission as well, but nearly hitting 360 as a team is very impressive.
And we talked about the defense so much, but that offensive piece was the biggest thing that head coach Lucas LeBay was trying to find connection in, and they got better throughout the match. Sydney Hilly looked phenomenal today, getting everyone involved.
And not to mention the 16 blocks as well, which we talked about, as Emily said, the franchise record for the most in a 4-set match. And Omaha wins it tonight, 3-1. They spoil Indy's home opener, give them their first loss of the year, and the Supernovas snap that 3-match losing streak. That does it for us in Fisher's Event Center tonight. It was a fun one. The home opener for Indy doesn't go their way, but a fun match nonetheless. The Supernovas win it 3-1. For Emily Eamon, Haley Jordan, producer Rachel Henderson, and our entire crew here in Indianapolis tonight, I'm Anthony Mazzini saying so long. It's been a presentation of Major League Volleyball, brought to you by Lilly. Have a great rest of your night. Get home safe.
Pony Club.